he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
Right.
You know, but he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement,
The boxing world is buzzing after rumors emerged about Manny Pacquiao's sparring sessions ahead of his bout with Mario Barrios. His sparring partner confirmed they went head-to-head but stayed mum on the details. When asked if he'd knocked out Pacquiao, he just laughed and kept quiet. This enigmatic response has stirred speculation around Manny's form and readiness for the upcoming showdown.
And didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh, man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You say you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia expressed grave concerns about Pacquiao's decision to return at 46. He believes stepping back in the ring poses significant risks, given the heightened demands of modern boxing. Garcia mentioned that while Manny has earned more titles than most fighters, his once lightning-fast reflexes, stamina, and agility have naturally declined. And at this level, that drop matters.
Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's a legend. He's a legend. He's man, everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him and not wish him well. But fuck, at 36, it's too hard.
46, yeah. 46.
Oh, my bad. 46, yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter, even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division.
Right.
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. That Leonard came back. Also and did it after a long retirement. So, is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it.
Interview 3. Some sports analysts admit they're hesitant to fully support Pacquiao's comeback, not because they doubt his legacy, but because of what they see now. Yet, they acknowledge that returning from retirement requires remarkable determination and unwavering belief. They argue that a fighter of his stature wouldn't risk it unless he felt capable. If his conditioning is solid and he recaptures his timing, he still has a shot at an upset.
Couple weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so, and we're gonna watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's gonna be looking for the WBC World title, huh?
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Evander Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him, but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. And I think Barrios sucks. So I think I think
Mario Barrios has been straight up about his mindset. He believes Manny's return is a miscalculated move he'll regret. Barrios has analyzed Pacquiao's training footage and noticed dips in speed and conditioning. He respects Manny's past achievements, but insists his version he'll face isn't the dominant force of a decade ago. His goal: use this fight to elevate himself by decisively beating a legend.
Then, well, I guess I'll put it this way. Like, I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it like, well, we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the like best way, right? Because I mean, again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can. But still, everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of like Manny that I can. I'm not going in there like expecting to be like facing an old man, so yeah, I'm expecting him to be fast, to be moving, so yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Like, do you guys feel that?
I feel that I have confidence, and the more the longer the fight goes, right? It's I mean, it's my job to go in there and yeah, like make him feel like the old man, make him feel kind of in the most respectful way, like make him regret coming out of retirement to face me, but make him question it, right? Like why did I?
A panel of 11 leading analysts voiced serious worries over Pacquiao's physical state. Recalling his most recent bout, they pointed out he lacked the sharpness and footwork he once commanded. With Barrios' power and endurance in mind, they believe a knockout is more than possible. It's likely. While they respect Manny's bravery, stepping into the ring at 46 against a younger, active opponent is seen as a significant gamble.
I doubt about Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is, like, far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year, and he arguably lost to, like, a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time. No questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But
Coach Joel Diaz offered a tempered perspective. He lauds Pacquiao's legendary career, but warns that age cannot be overlooked. Diaz noted that Barrios' youth gives him natural advantages, energy, recovery, and physical sharpness. Although Manny once captivated with speed and angles, those hallmarks diminish with time.
Yeah. Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, he's big, he's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments.
Review 7, the biggest concern? Pacquiao's age and prolonged time away from competition. After years removed from the ring, regaining elite-level cardio, muscle memory, and adaptability to modern opponents is a steep climb. In boxing, timing and rhythm are everything. A fraction of a second delay can be critical. His past greatness is undeniable, but time marches on.
We're forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See, status inactive. And I don't know. I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. Going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios and talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. And we'll just go up. I mean, look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but it's a very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, who beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight. Or a 3-year and 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight against a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao? But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao...
Analyst Sean Zittle says this fight represents the end of an era. He expects Barrios to win convincingly, possibly prompting Pacquiao's final retirement. Zittle praises Manny's courage, but believes Barrios' youth and drive give him a decisive edge.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that you know are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt, 10 years ago, he would have handled Barrios with ease, and that's not a diss to Barrios. So you gotta lose to a Joe Smith. You gotta lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
This isn't just a fight. It's a high-risk gamble for Manny's legacy and long-term health. With decades spent building his reputation, a poor performance now could cast a shadow. Chris Algieri, a former opponent, warned that if Pacquiao can't establish his rhythm early, Barrios will control the match. A shaky start could make this one of Pacquiao's toughest nights.
Night for Manny. One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. It was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in a ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios, bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, okay, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night for me.
Despite the doubts, some analysts still believe in Manny's experience. They highlight his 8 division championships and ring IQ that can't be taught. His history of overcoming the odds makes him think this could be a comeback story all over again.
Fighter, champion, WBC, Mario Barrios, how do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's the question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
Supporters of Pacquiao's magic say he shouldn't be underestimated. Even at 46, he's built a career on defying expectations. Determination, discipline, and self-belief brought him success before, and maybe they can again.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything to, I mean, Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age I mean, that's he's already won. So it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back to the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
Doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you. You probably have a great future ahead of you after this fight. But I'm predicting like maybe like a 7th round knockout. You know, it's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it. So we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. I think he beats him. And I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world, I think he could unify the title. I really do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock people. I believe that.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring. And I said, you know, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, you know, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, you know, let's be realistic. It's a split-second sport, right? That's you nearly hit me. Nearly. That's why I said nearly. So you still good.
Until like a couple months ago,
Veteran Shane Mosley offered optimism after observing Manny's training camp.
I stayed with
He said Pacquiao appeared physically strong and mentally sharp. If he brings the energy into the ring, Mosley said, he can exceed expectations.
Here's what Shane Mosley thinks about Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fight.
Telling the way I feel right now, I think that he's going to do really, really good, and I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins the world title. I mean, he gets up every morning, he does his run, he works very hard. I'm listening to what he's doing and his mentality. Oh, I talked to him the other day. I was like, he sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same. We're like walking the same type of thing. You know, he's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny. Man, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins the world title.
Alex Ariza, who has trained with Manny, raised concerns that Pacquiao hasn't changed his approach from his prime days. He pointed out that the body doesn't respond the same in the 40s, and old habits might not cut anymore. Without adapting, Manny risks being overwhelmed once the fight begins.
Okay, so a few more days. The Pacquiao Barrios. And of course, I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, a lot of, of course, I've watched a lot of analysts, experts. They're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
If I was privy to what he's doing, then I'd be able to say yes or no, but I'm not. Like like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21. Manny's 46. So they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in, you know, what they have to up. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test if his condition?
No, he's always looks good before the fight.
Review 14. And that wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for what comes next.